Sure.
Yes.
Was that one of your cuts? That music?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay, Joe Bethancourt's here. And Joe...
I wasn't listening.
Good to see you, Joe.
Yes.
How are things going at Funny Fellows?
Just great.
All right, now they're sending you around to the schools. Who is?
Yes, indeed. The Arizona Commission on the Arts has me running around to all kinds of elementary. And as a matter of fact, next month in October, I will be at Mackin Elementary School all month.
Suppose in one of the schools out there they want you to come and with some of your instruments and play. Who do they call?
The Arizona Commission on the Arts.
Okay, and what instrument?
They're in the phone book.
Okay, and what instrument did you bring us today?
Well, we're not real sure yet. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 10 strings on this one, and it's a classical.
Ooh.
So it uses nylon strings. And it's kind of about halfway between a modern instrument and a musical instrument of medieval times called a lute. And it has a big sound. Right now I'm only using the regular number of strings. So you'll be able to hear the difference in a minute.
Sounds like a guitar now.
That's all it is. But now I'm going to add the other strings.
I like that.
Thank you very much, Joe. Wait, somebody's here. Let me see who that is. Come in. Oh, hi, Aunt Maude. How are you?
Is it time?
It's time for Aunt Maude's story. Come on over here. Joe saved a place for you right over
Joe has been one of my favorite musicians all this time.
there.
He's got instruments that date back before I do. Joe.
Maybe some help
There
here.
we go. Oh,
Yeah.
There you are.
And I came in here just to read a story called The Story of Goldilocks, Part 2.
Part two.
The Story of Goldilocks, Part 2 is entitled The Terror Continues.
What?
It's 10 years later. Goldilocks and her team return to the little house in the woods where she last met and defeated the monstrous horror of the 3 bears. But something is wrong, dreadfully wrong. The science officer mysteriously vanishes. Screams are heard in the inky void. One of her crew turns out to be a robot when he's found with his gears scattered on the floor. Then it happens. Glimpses of bears in the shadows. Muzzles disappearing around corners, claw marks on the drapes. Goldilocks runs. She runs for her life. Pulling out a laser cannon, she fires widely into the murky interior of the house. An explosion sends her reeling into unconsciousness. She awakes in the hospital. The night's over at last. The bears are gone. Life can return to normal. But why does her husband, who is a scientist, insist on acting like a fly?
Help me.
It never really ends.
Help me. Please help me.
When you're in space, no one can hear you scream.
Cartoon time.